close a couple windows.
Let me just make sure the microphone's hot. There we go. Perfect. Exactly. Real ones know what it is. All right. Welcome to the game, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight. This is Gentleman Octopus Trivia. Takes place every Monday at 9 o'clock Eastern. Coming live from Port Richey, Florida.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for being a part of it. Right now, I am pulling up the Twitch profile and the YouTube profile. May as well pull out that authorization app.
Oh, yeah.
Preemptively.
You know it coming.
You know they want it. You know they want it. Where's that login? May as well pull out that authorization app. There we go. So, Twitch. And done. Excellent. Twitch is open. Pulling up YouTube right now. Oh, there's all the Kylie Minogue and NFL. Look at this, TJ. Look at my recommendation. Kylie Minogue song. Top 10 undrafted players of all time NFL.
Tony Romo.
Fascinating history of cemeteries.
That is very much you.
That is a snapshot right there.
That's
I love it.
Snapshot of Snapshot. Yep, there it is. Yeah. That's not a good one.
Are you kidding? That's genius. I am glad that happened. So glad that happened. Holy Echo Batman. Oh, dear goodness. Let me see what's going on. Hold on. Let's see.
You've got it on a different setting?
Nope, it's on the correct setting. I think the problem was Echo is not audible on the Twitchy side. You know, I think what happened, Stephen and Claire, is that when we went online and we went to open our Twitch and our YouTube profiles, the audio was playing on the Twitch and the YouTube. It's died down now, but when you're opening up Twitch, it was looping. Yes, that's what was happening. Because I think we even have audio capture on here, which we used to have for our music rounds. So what happens is when we open Twitch, and if the Twitch video is automatically playing audio, you hear the Twitch audio, which is delayed, and then you hear us live through the microphone. So, yeah, good luck with that.
Sounds like when the ESPN tried to do the NHL live crowd reactions this week.
Live in finger quotes?
No, just they tried to show the crowd basically like, hey, it's a full barn tonight.
Full barn. Love it.
It's a full barn tonight, and we're trying to show you all the passion of the fans. But it didn't feel like they told the commentators, so they just tried to commentate a hockey game, so you just like hear I hear Bucci, John Butchergross just...
wait, that's the passionate fans there? Is that the little...
No, that's the commentators trying to actually do play-by-play in the game. That was the first 10 minutes. That was the first 10 minutes of the Lightning Penguins game. And I was like, why is the commentators turned so down? Why would you do that?
Anyway, we'll be getting started in just a minute. So let's take a look at some of our lovely, lovely donors. T, you want to read those off for me?
We'd like to thank...
Hold on, let me pull in the webcam.
We'd like to thank Gwen Abrams, Michelle Martin, Gail Angeles, Jerome Verrid, Kent Buxton, Lindsay Henry, Adam Francois Watkins, Claire Fisher, Stephen Glassman, Adam Connor, Marnie Helfrich, Jordan Lax, Rachel Schumann, Will Gilbert, Mark Dawson, Carrie Bunnell, Dan Fitzpatrick, and of course, our third writer on the set, Sarah Ann Rapp.
Yes, Sarah Ann Rapp, partner of the Octopus, partner of mine, and...
fantastic writer of Octopus Questions.
Aw, thank you for saying that. I know she really appreciates that, and it is certainly...
I enjoy the original meme content, too.
Oh my god, then you are going to love tonight's question.
Excellent.
It was fun, too. It was kind of a late accommodation. Like, she wrote the question and had that ready to go, but then just got inspiration on, like, our last phone call before my OQL match started. By the way, it's been that kind of day.
Play an OQL match 15 minutes before Octopus. Good stuff.
Yeah. Shout out to Tracy Mack, Omar Mahmood, Ben McIntyre, and our moderator Lin Yu for making that a success.
Hey,
and a
Lin
quick
was
one.
in there.
And a quick one, too.
We love
But
Lin.
yeah, Sarah got some divine inspiration on some meme content right before, and I was able to overwrite the stuff that was already in the game and accommodate it. So I'm excited.
There's a good argument to be made that this stream doesn't exist without Lynn.
There is a good argument to be made. Trivia LA was absolutely our starting ground.
Yep.
I'm sure she'll appreciate you saying that. Everybody out in Trivia LA has been really great. The LA crowd in general. I mean,
the trivia community is very, very supportive of one another. Like,
that is
there's
true.
never been...
That is true, for sure. But
Not to pander to everybody.
Thing, yeah, I mean, Lynn Yu and Jason Borsum are largely the most responsible. I mean, Lynn gave us some recommendations and some advice starting up. Jason made a lot of our stuff starting up. I don't think anybody in the trivia game works harder than Jason, too. So, I mean, total shout-out and cheers to Jason here. Let's toast that up real quick.
Yeah. Got an actual beverage if you want.
Oh, that's later. Make sure you grab those out of the fridge, too.
Oh, yeah, I will.
But yeah,
that comes a little later.
Shout out to the trivia community. All of y'all are fantastic, and the fact that it's such an inclusive environment is the best. And the fact that anyone can jump in and do it, anybody can be a part of it, anybody can be a pillar. It's great. And like you said earlier, love Sarah's content. I am so happy that she is part of Octopus, and that's like not even close to the first thing I'm most happy about when it comes to Sarah being a part of things.
Yeah.
But
now we've gotten all the sappy love stuff. Let's get to the dirty stuff.
We went schmoopy, and now we're about to go spoopy.
Ooh.
Oh, you ready for spoopy?
Well, I'm ready for spoopy.
You ready for spoopy? All right. Anyway, so this is Gentleman Octopus, and the rules are pretty much the same as usual. We've already pasted the answer forms in the Facebook, YouTube,
the Facebook.
The Facebook. Well, I was going to say the Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch streams, but yeah.
Today's
the
Mickey's
Facebook.
40th birthday.
The Facebook, by the way.
That was the original name.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Just drop the. Hold on. It's the Justin Timberlake line.
Yeah.
Drop the. Just Facebook.
Just.
It's cleaner.
Napster.
Yeah, just Napster.
Just Memphis Grizzlies.
Just Man of the Woods. Drop the. Just Man of the Woods.
That sounds filthy.
Oh, it's one of those nights. Yes. Okay. Please submit your answers using the Google form links that we've provided on various event pages. Make sure you include your team name on each one of those and submit each form only one time. Our system is imperfect and will freak the hell out if it sees multiple forms come in. It'll start to go,
what do you mean there's a comma?
What do you mean there are two teams called To Kill a Mockingbird? I can't understand this.
Tequila Mockingbird. Good times.
Right? There will be 5 rounds of 8 questions, like always. Your middle round is a music round with a theme.
Oh, finger
guns.
guns.
Oh, yeah. A hard snap to the finger guns, too. I had to cock those bad boys. Anyway, feel free to
cock it on stream. Don't pull a full tubing.
Feel free to play individually with others, feel free to play individually or team up with others.
Sorry, I was waving goodbye to Derrick Henry, who's gone.
Oh, he's gone? Sayonara Choo-choo?
Yeah, sayonara Choo-choo.
Anyway, do you want to read this one? I know it's smaller and you've got like prescription glasses.
Yep.
I've just got blue blockers on.
Let's see. Each correct answer to a question will be worth 1 point with otherwise specified. It's not always specified. The only difference is the music round, in which you will get 1 point for an artist and 1 point for a song. And the theme will be worth 2 points.
2 points.
2 points. Questions will be read once and then recapped, and you also see them a third time while you're submitting during the downtime between the end of the round and us giving you the correct answers.
Yep, for sure. We'll make sure to put up a little 3-minute timer. Did you already mention that part?
No, I haven't yet.
Yeah, we'll put up a 3-minute timer in between the rounds after we've given you the recap. And
there's going to be no final question, and if there is a first place tie, we'll deal with that as it comes. Nothing will be written until then.
Yeah, and then just getting back to what I was saying, there's going to be a 3-minute timer in between rounds. As soon as we finish reading the recap, we'll set that 3-minute timer. We'll show you the slides one more time. You'll submit your answers. The only difference with timers is that during the music round, you'll get a full 10 minutes.
And there will be no background music for that so that you can concentrate on it.
Yeah.
I don't see the score sheets. I forgot to post them so far.
Thank you, Carrie. TJ's going to put those in.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, since there is filler music for 4 out of the 5 rounds tonight, start thinking about like the kind of genres or moods that you want to hear. We can't choose artists. I mean, this is all royalty-free stuff.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, but if you say something like world music or disco or Goth Industrial.
Okay, that's
one of them.
Yeah,
we can do that.
It is one of them.
We can do that. You got a little like crumble there. Hold on. Oh, little fucking Robert Pattinson sweep there.
Okay.
Suave AF. All right.
Cool.
Anyway, yeah, start thinking of stuff you'd like to hear in between the rounds. But we've talked long enough, so let's move on to question number 1 and round number 1. Good luck, everybody. Thanks very much for being a part of it. We had a great time putting this all together, and we can't wait to show you our wares. Buy my wares.
Buy my wares.
You want to start or should I?
It depends. What do you want?
Rock, paper, scissors? 1, 2, 3, go.
All right. Good old rock. Nothing beats that. Question number 1. In the Gabriel Garcia Marquez novel 100 Years of Solitude, the character Aureliano Buendia is also known by what title? This title also appears in a novella by Garcia Marquez about a person to whom no one writes.
Lonely.
Okay, cool. In the Gabriel Garcia Marquez novel 100 Years of Solitude, the character Aureliano Buendia is also known by what title? That title also appears in a novella by Garcia Marquez as about a poem to whom no one writes. So what is the nickname of Aureliano Buendia, and also appears in the short story by Gabriel Garcia Marquez?
A poem and a person are interchangeable?
I guess so.
You said poem.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, you did. But I mean, a poem and a person are interchangeable when it comes to like apostrophe. You know, I mean, it's a poem to whom the subject or the person or even like the idea is deceased or gone away. Like The Offspring. Oh my God, that's a good song, and I miss Rock Band now, and I'm just free associating. And question number 2
Yep, exactly.
is the Kavarkin is an international region of the Gulf of Bothnia that serves as a hydrological boundary between the mainland of what two European countries? So what 2 European countries, separated by the Gulf of Bothnia, are somewhat linked hydrologically speaking by the Kavarkin, an international region and archipelago? Looking for the name of 2 different European countries? Give it to us. That's question number 2.
Question number 3. Since 1976, what state has won the most Little League World Series U.S. titles of any American state, splitting the first 4 of their 15 between teams from Campbell, El Cajon, and Danville? Campbell, El Cajon, and Danville are names of cities from what state that has won 15 American titles in the Little League World Series, despite only winning 4 international titles.
Yeah, Taiwan and Japan are serious.
Yeah, South Korea, too.
South Korea, too. I was just talking about the early days.
Well, I know what, like...
it's funny, too. I just got to mention this. It's funny to see U.S. titles an American state, like, back-to-back, but it's important in the Little League World Series. I mean, especially starting in 76.
Because 76 is when they started having U.S. titles. It wasn't just straight on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Chinese Taipei. Yep. That was it in the day. Question number 4. The hopefully not accurately named Stumpies in Tampa, Florida, describes itself as the country's first bar for what trendy activity, which is governed by leagues such as the IATF and WATL. So the IATF and WATL are governing bodies that sanction what trendy activity? The first bar that claims to have originated this trendy activity in the United States, there's one in Canada that did it like 5 years earlier.
Of course there
is the hopefully not accurately named Stumpies in Tampa, Florida. Is that like an NFL, CFL kind of a thing? Just wait.
They had the Sky Ref first.
Yeah, just wait for the aggregate penalties. I can't wait for that. That's my favorite part.
That's great.
But yeah, give us the name of that trendy activity practiced in bars governed by the IATF and WATL. That's question number 4.
2 personal fouls, they don't wash out. That's 30 yards. Question number 5. Based on a 2005 novel by a Nobel laureate, what 2010 film helped to further develop the careers of Carey Mulligan, Andrew Garfield, and Keira Knightley, the young actors who played the 3 leads? So based on a 2005 novel by a Nobel laureate, what 2010 film helped to further develop the careers of Carey Mulligan, Andrew Garfield, and Keira Knightley, the young actors who played the 3 leads? What 2010 film reunited all of those actors, or united all those actors, not reunited? That is question 5.
Question number 6. Native to Central Africa, distinguished by their stripes and russet color. The ungulates seen on the following slide are a type of antelope that share their name with what musical instrument? We're going to disappear and show you some russet-colored boys here in just a moment. Anyway, native to Central Africa and known by their stripes and russet color, what is the name of this type of antelope that shares its name with a musical instrument?
Those are some interesting horns.
The horns, right?
Yeah. It's like diamonds. They look like the Sims diamonds above them.
Oh my goodness, that's fantastic. I was thinking more like the statue from Harold and Maude, but your mileage may vary, and clearly does. But I love that. I am so glad to see that. Anyway, give us the name of this particular ungulate. It is a type of antelope that shares its name with a musical instrument. That is question number 6.
And question number 7, starting from 1960 to 1993, Felix Houphouët-Boigny?
I think it's Félix Houphouët-Boigny.
Yeah, okay. Felix Houphouët-Boigny was the first president of what country, which he led partially through a diplomatic policy known as Francofrique? Once again, starting from 1960 to 1993, Felix Houphouët-Boigny was the first president of what country, which he led partially through a diplomatic policy known as Francofrique?
I'd like to say thank you to Claire Fisher for being the first to tip and donate to us tonight. So
thank you, Claire.
Cheers. Thank you very much, Claire. If you'd like to be a part of it, feel free to hit us up at Venmo at McKinney-Sizemore or use PayPal using the email address ksizemore@hotmail.com. We'll make sure that you see those handles a couple of times tonight. And again, thank you, Claire. As we move on to question number 8 to round out our first round. According to their products page, German confectioner Haribo makes gummies in the shape of 5 different animals: bears, snakes, worms, dinosaurs, and which other? In addition to bears, snakes, worms, and dinosaurs, which other animal represents a type of product made by Haribo? That is question number 8. What other kind of animal gummies do they make? That's what we're looking for.
It's time for the recap.
Let's do it.
Question number 1. In the Gabriel Garcia Marquez novel 100 Years of Solitude, the character Aureliano Buendia is also known by what title? That title also appears in a novella by Garcia Marquez about a person who no one writes. So what is that title? That's question 1.
Question number 2. The Kavarkin is an international region of the Gulf of Bothnia that serves as a hydrological boundary between between the mainland of what 2 European countries? 2 answers required. We're looking for the name of 2 European countries whose mainland is bonded by the hydrological boundary, the Kavarkin Archipelago. They are usually separated by the Gulf of Bothnia. What are those 2 countries?
Question number 3. Since 1976, what state has won the most Little League World Series U.S. titles? Splitting the first 4 of their 15 between teams from Campbell, El Cajon, and Danville. Campbell, El Cajon, and Danville are cities from what state that has the most Little League World Series U.S. titles? That's question 3.
I literally found a gift for wetting your beak.
Nice.
Right?
That's good.
Question number 4. The hopefully not accurately named Stumpies in Tampa, Florida. That's right about here, baby.
Tampa.
That's right. All the Florida content. Describes itself as the country's first bar for what trendy activity? Governed by the IATF and WATL. We're looking for a trendy activity governed by those 2 bodies, and that was originally
done in the United States.
I was going to say originally originated. That was not going to be fun. But originally done in the United States, according to the bar, Stumpies. So that's what we're looking for. That's question number 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Question number 5. Based on a 2005 novel by a Nobel laureate, what 2010 film helped to further develop the careers of Carey Mulligan, Andrew Garfield, and Keira Knightley, the young actors who played the 3 leads? Carey Mulligan, Andrew Garfield, and Keira Knightley played the 3 leads in what 2010 film that was based on a 2005 novel by a Nobel laureate? What is that film? That's question 5.
Yep. And question number 6, drop those music recommendations because we're going to be pulling that up soon. Native to Central Africa and distinguished by their stripes and russet color, the ungulates seen on the following slide are a type of antelope that share their name with what musical instrument? We're asking you to identify the type of antelope seen on this slide. It's characterized by, I mean, clearly those shaped horns.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be unique. Yeah. Plus the vertical stripes, the russet color, and the fact that it shares its name with a musical instrument. What is that type of antelope? That is question number 6.
And question number 7 is serving from 1960 to 1993. Felix Houphouët-Boigny was the first president of what country, which he led partially through the diplomatic policy known as Francafrique.
Those handlers are signaling a safety.
Yeah, they are.
2 points.
Boom. That is 2 points.
On the board.
So Felix Houphouët-Boigny was the first president of what country from 1960 to 1993? That's question 7.
Not the answer to 6, but my all-time favorite, Tiny Ungulate, is featured lasciviously here. Lascivious Ungulate sounds like a auto-generated, a neural network-generated, like, proto-bowl name, like when you sign in.
Yep. Or like when you get in a freemium game.
That's fantastic. Oh, freemium game. Yeah. Lascivious Ungulate. Number 430 fucking 6. Something like that. Nice. How do you know I'm not a neural net? Oh, damn. Really up in the Gentleman Octopus.
How deep can we go?
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
The lore is expanding.
Question number 8. According to their products page, German confectioner Haribo makes gummies in the shape of 5 different animals. You got bears, you got snakes, worms, dinosaurs, and which other? Along with bears, snakes, worms, and dinosaurs, what other animal is made by German confectioner Haribo? I was going to say something about it being a title animal, because Sarah's favorite version of Haribo was this mix called Trappa Fruity. It had a toucan on the bag.
Nice. And
it's been discontinued. There were no toucans like actually made in gummy shape. Ooh. That's a miss.
That is a miss.
That's a miss, for sure. But anyway, the Haribo product we're looking for is actually named for these animals. Just give us the name of that animal that's missing. That's question number 8. And now it is time for y'all to submit your answers. And I mean, I'm disappointed. You haven't sent in your music requests. So we're gonna have to choose it for you. Let's see, what do we got? Disco, country, classical, chiptune. I want to do something, I don't know, different. Let's see what their version of indie is.
Yeah.
Let's see what they consider indie for royalty-free music.
Synthwave is always a win.
Synthwave. Okay, you know what, Steven? I think you saved the day. Synthwave is exactly the name of a station I can pull up, and I love synth. So let's do that. Everybody, best of luck. We'll see you in about 3 minutes. Bye for now. I will seriously listen to new wave, synth wave all goddamn day. All goddamn day.
All right, let's have those answers for round number 1, starting with question number 1, appropriately enough. Can you get the times up?
Yes, I can. Thank you. I guess I made it reappear.
That's right. In the Gabriel Garcia Marquez novel, 100 Years of Solitude, the character Aureliano Buendia is also known by what title? That title also appears in a novella by Garcia Marquez about a person to whom no one writes, and no one writes to the Colonel.
No.
So the Colonel is the correct answer, is also the nickname of Aureliano Buendia.
It is. Well, he's titled a colonel. He has earned the rank.
Okay.
And Garcia Marquez said that No One Writes to the Colonel was what he considered his most important book, and that it was necessary for 100 Years of Solitude to be successful so that he could make it. Similar how Lin-Manuel Miranda said In the Heights needed to be a success.
To make Hamilton, yeah.
Exactly. Okay. No one writes to Mole Man. That is true. Here's the ongoing radio show about the daily pain in which I live.
Yeah.
Question number 2. The Kavarkan Archipelago is an international region of the Gulf of Bothnia that serves as a hydrological boundary. Release the Kavarkan. That serves as a hydrological boundary.
They got released today.
Between the mainland of what 2 European countries? We had most of our teams got this right. One team very unlucky. The answer is Sweden and Finland. We had one team say Finland and Estonia. Very close. That vertical section there between Sweden and Finland is the Gulf of Bothnia, but the lateral section there between Finland and Estonia is the Gulf of Finland. So the Kavarkan doesn't necessarily encapsulate that particular waterway. Very, very close, but great job knowing your Scandinavian geography. Or Baltic geography.
Question number 3. Since 1976, what state has won the most Little League World Series U.S. titles of any American state, splitting 4 of their 15 between teams from Campbell, El Cajon, and Danville, and that would be the dominant California.
Yep, the team there that's winning it is Chula Vista.
Yep, Chula Vista was really good. Thousand Oaks has always been really good in Little League and stuff. California is really good.
For sure.
Yep.
Question number 4. The hopefully not accurately named Stumpy's in Tampa, Florida, describes itself as the country's first bar for what trendy activity? Governed by leagues such as the IATF and WATL, you might notice that AT is a conspicuous shared pair of letters between those 2 organizations, and that stands for axe throwing.
Mm-hmm. Maybe don't do that after a few, though.
Yeah, no. I believe it was in Ontario in 2011, a bar claimed to be the first to originate axe throwing in North America.
I would have said Alberta.
Yeah.
It seems like more of a Western thing.
Maybe a prairie province kind of deal. But yeah, 2016 Stumpy's claimed to be the first in USA.
And question number 5, based on a 2005 novel by a Nobel laureate, what 2010 film helped to further develop the careers of Carey Mulligan, Andrew Garfield, and Keira Knightley, the young actors who played the 3 leads? That would be Never Let Me Go.
I remember that being a good book. I read that book when I was working at Disney, and I remember it being a good book, but wishing there was like more decoration to the language. I think Ishiguro wrote in a very straightforward, terse style, sort of the way Camus did Stranger when he was imitating Hemingway.
Okay.
But
yeah,
I
really want to see that film now.
There are some good images, though. Like, ones that aren't elaborate or anything, but ones that just, they really stick
stark,
out at you.
Yeah.
Like, the boat that's kind of sunk in dry land. That's something I'll make
at World's End.
Axe throwing special, all you can eat.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Ooh.
Thank Daddy on it. Question number 6. Native to Central Africa and distinguished by their stripes and russet color, what is the name of the ungulates seen here that share their name with a musical instrument? They are called...
Those are a couple of bongo boys.
Bongos. I was trying to find something to drum on that wouldn't like just overload the mic.
Yeah.
But yeah, bongos.
Question number 7, starting from 1960 to 1993, Felix Houphouët-Boigny was the first president of what country, in which he led partially through a diplomatic policy known as Francafrique, and that will be Côte d'Ivoire, or the Ivory Coast.
That is absolutely correct.
The home of Didier Drogba.
Didier Drogba.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've read some stories about Drogba scoring very important goals, not just because they mattered in international competition,
but because they mattered in political competition and like between insurgencies.
Yeah, goals Didier Drogba scored in Yamoussoukro and in other cities, including rebel strongholds, meant a lot. to North African diplomacy.
I've read the entire story of like what that qualification for I think the '06 World Cup meant.
Yeah, it was a qualifier against God, I can't remember. I swear it was another West African country though. But anyway, question number 8. According to their products page, German confectioner Haribo makes gummies in the shape of 5 different animals: bears, snakes, worms, dinosaurs, and which other? You've got frogs. You got the Haribo frogs. Tasty is what they are, especially the little soft underbelly.
Don't sleep on the creams.
That. I was talking to Sarah about how much. Remember when we would make the drive up from Florida to Virginia? What was the snack I would get in the gas stations as a kid?
It wasn't the peach rings?
No. Similar to those.
Mine was the wax bottles. I loved the wax bottles.
Right. I love the gummy sharks.
The gummy sharks,
the blue
that's right.
Gummy,
the blue
sharks
gummy sharks
that had that soft underbelly.
We used to get those at SeaWorld all the time when we went there.
Love them. All right, let's bring
as long as it wasn't
round
circus peanuts.
number
Yeah.
2. Hold on one second.
Well, first we're going to meet
round
the
number
teams.
5. Well, we're also going to hide round number 5.
That comes a little later.
A little preview for you.
We have got third podium. Team Coast to Coast, When Life Gives You Clemens, Repartition Europe, The Sorrows of Werther's Original, Kanye West Now Virus, and Gentle Bond, Octopussy. Somebody getting excited for No Time to Die. I've heard really good things. With how bad I thought Spectre was, it really needs to win me over.
Okay. Do you want to take over?
Yeah.
First
So
one
round number 2. Question number 1. The region of North Carolina, known as the Outer Banks, is most inclusively defined as the eastern coastal part of the state that includes 3 capes, including Cape Lookout, Cape Fear, and what other cape? What other cape is in the Outer Banks, along with Cape Lookout and Cape Fear in North Carolina? That is question number 1.
You say 3 capes, and all I hear is no capes.
No capes.
No capes.
Edith Head and Demode, same.
Yep, same. Question number 2. After airing for only a single season, what 1982 comedy series reinvented itself at the box office with 33 1/3 installments? So again, we're looking for the name of the television series here. After airing for only a single season, what comedy series from 1982 reinvented itself at the box office with 33 1/3 installments? I looked it up, by the way. It was like a total budget of 60-some mil. Brought in 456. It was quite something.
It was indeed. We'd like to thank Mark Dawson for his donation. Thanks, Mark. Love to see that you're playing.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Mark. Moving on to question 3.
Question number 3. Succeeding the short-lived West Indies Federation, the flag on the following slide represents what modern organization and multi-state union, whose 4 founding members include Barbados, Guyana, Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago. Barbados, Guyana, Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago had succeeded the short-lived West Indies Federation with the flag seen here.
To found what multi-state union?
Founding what multi-state union with that flag? Looking really like a baseball team.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like with the
And if I saw a baseball team representing Jamaica, Guyana, Barbados, and Trinidad and Tobago, I'd be like, well, I mean, that's GG.
About to hold this L.
Yep.
Like with the green in there and the CC, it makes me think Coastal Carolina.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Chance.
Worst Beach Boys lyrics ever. Guyana, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
We forgot Barbados. I'll try to do it better.
On the next verse, yeah. Forgot it. We'll put it in the next verse.
Beautiful. Thank you, Stephen. Question number 4. The works on the following slide, both titled The Capture of Julier, were painted approximately 485 years apart. Name the artist of either painting. So give me 1 second to drop the webcam. And both of these works right here on this slide are called The Capture of Julier. The one on the left was painted approximately 485 years before the one on the right. For this question, we are asking you simply to name the artist of either one of those paintings. So give us the artist of either the painting on the left or the painting on the right. If you know The Capture of Julier, you're in fantastic stead. That's question number 4.
Yep. And question number 5. What woman's double platinum 1996 album, This Fire, spawned 3 singles, including a 90s television theme, and earned a Grammy nomination for Album of the Year? Also that year, was nominated for Producer of the Year, becoming only the third woman to do so after Miss Janet Jackson and Mariah Carey. Janet Jackson and Mariah Carey were the other two nominated for Producer of the Year, along with What Woman, whose 1996 album This Fire spawned 3 singles, including a 90s television theme. That's question 5. Yeah, Coastal is a little bit more teal. You're right about that, Ben.
Question number 6 comes to you from Sarah Ann Rapp. So, hey, pulling off my bottle right here, and I'm going to say thank you very much, Sarah. You want to clink? I'm not pulling off on stream. Cheers. Clink. Question number 6. Over a century before the Quacksalver became a popular subject of Dutch genre painting, Hieronymus Bosch's Cutting the Stone lampooned a practitioner of what profession? Once again, over a century before the Quacksalver became a popular subject of Dutch genre painting, Hieronymus Bosch's Cutting the Stone lampooned a practitioner of what profession? Looking for the name of the profession that was then later the subject of the Quacksalver genre in Dutch painting. That's question number 6. Thank you very much for that one, Sarah. TJ.
Question number 7, describing a pair of zoonotic illnesses. Zoonotic, yeah. Yep. Zoonotic illnesses, usually contracted through contact with infectious rodents. What does the H in the abbreviation HPS and HFRS stand for? So, describing a pair of zoonotic illnesses that usually contracted through contact with infected rodents. What does the H stand for in the abbreviations HPS and HFRS? What does that H stand for? That's question 7.
You got the H.
Got the H. And it's time.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
It is time.
Question number 8, round number 2, if you're just tuning in for the first time, is always a Randy anagram question, the same as question number 6. And round number 1 is an animal question with a visual component. This is the former. Randy anagram time. Rearrange the following letters and give us a 10-letter word. Sparky Pilastri.
Yep.
Sparky.
Spirit fingers.
Your hint is easy where you're pointing that thing. I don't know where that finger's been. And your letters are SAUCYACTOR. That gives you a saucy actor. Give it a little shimmy. Shimmy. Saucy actor. And hey, easy where you're pointing that thing. I don't know where that finger's been. That's your letters. That's your clue. Give us a 10-letter word if you rearrange those letters. That's all we're looking for, and that's question number 8, which means it's time for...
Recap. Question number 1. The region of North Carolina known as the Outer Banks is most inclusively defined as the eastern coastal part of the state, and includes 3 capes, including Cape Lookout, Cape Fear, and what other cape? What other cape joins Cape Lookout and Cape Fear in the Outer Banks in North Carolina? That's question 1.
Question number 2. After airing for only a single season, what 1982 comedy series reinvented itself at the box office with 33 1/3 installments? What's the name of that 1982 comedy series that lasted only a single season? Again, we're looking for the television show, not the title it was known by at the box office. That's question number 2.
Question number 3. Succeeding the short-lived West Indies Federation, the flag on the following slide represents what modern organization and multi-state union whose 4 founding members include Barbados, Guyana, Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago?
I'd like to say thank you to Stephen Glassman for their donation. Stephen, always great to have you. Thank you for being a staunch supporter. And if anybody would like to donate as well, please hit us up at Venmo at McKinney-Sizemore or use PayPal and ksizemore@hotmail.com.
Yep. And tell us what flag this is the symbol of for the multinationals. So what multinational cooperation is this flag for?
Ooh, multinational cooperation. I like that.
Cooperation.
I like that.
Yeah, handshakes.
Co-op.
Handshakes. That's question 3.
Question number 4. The works on the following slide are both titled The Capture of Julier. However, they were painted 485 or approximately 485 years apart. Name the artist of either one of these paintings, the one on the left or the one on the right. You give us the name of either one of those artists.
You got a point.
We'll trade you for a point. Yeah. That's exactly it. And that's question number 4.
Question number 5. What woman's double platinum 1996 album, This Fire, spawned 3 singles, including the 90s television theme, and earned a Grammy nomination for Album of the Year? She was also nominated for Producer of the Year, becoming just the 3rd woman to do so, after Janet Jackson and Mariah Carey. So what woman released the album This Fire and was also nominated for Producer of the Year? That's question 5.
Question number 6. This one comes to you from Sarah Ann Rapp. Thanks again, Sarah. Over a century before the Quacksalver became a popular subject of Dutch genre painting, Hieronymus Bosch's Cutting the Stone lampooned a practitioner of what profession? So what profession was both a subject of the Quacksalver genre in Dutch painting, as well as Hieronymus Bosch's Cutting the Stone, which was a visual lampoon? That's question number 6.
I appreciate Claudia. Really nice work with Leicester. Yeah, they gave up 3 goals in the last 30 minutes of that game.
Claudia's a City fan.
I know.
I imagine you could tell.
Yeah.
Probably digging more of the flag of Kazakhstan because it's got the right colors.
Question number 7. Describing a pair of zoonotic illnesses, usually contracted through contact with infected rodents. What does the H stand for in the abbreviations HPS and HFRS? What does the H stand for in HPS and HFRS? Describing a pair of zoonotic illnesses. That's question 7.
And question number 8 is your Randy anagram question of the night. Rearrange the following letters and give us a 10-letter word.
Mm-hmm.
You've got SAUCYACTOR. That gives you a saucy actor. And your hint is easy where you're pointing that thing. I don't know where that finger's been.
Reggae, K-pop, emo, country, jazz, fusion. That's a lot.
That sounds like a lot. Yeah, I'd say so. But again, easy where you're pointing that thing. I don't know where that finger's been. And saucy actor. That's your clue. Those are your letters. Give us a 10-letter word. And boing. That is the end. Boing. That's the end. So get those answers in. We're going to find
something. It's the end of this round.
Well, yeah, that's the end of this round. Not telling you to go away now. Mm-hmm. We're going to get back.
Just go away.
We're going to get to the elevator, I think. Let's try that. See what that's about.
We can try elevator.
Elevator music. Muzak. Anyway, best of luck, everybody. Submit your answers, and we'll see you soon.
See you in a bit.
All right, here we are to give you the answers from round number 2. So let's get started with question number 1.
Question number 1, the region of North Carolina known as the Outer Banks is most inclusively defined as the eastern coastal part of the state that includes 3 capes, including Cape Lookout, Cape Fear, and Cape Hatteras.
Is there a category for music that sounds like other music that you know really well but isn't quite?
That's called royalty-free music.
That is called royalty-free
Yeah,
music.
But this is Cape Hatteras
Oh my goodness.
in North Carolina.
The in-between music on some of the college football broadcasts, I'm like, it's not explosions in the sky. They can't say it's explosions in the sky, but it's pretty explosions in the sky.
Yeah.
Question number 2. After airing for only a single season, what 1982 comedy series reinvented itself at the box office with 33 1/3 installments? That was Police Squad.
Yep.
Sorry to the team that said Naked Gun, but we were specifically looking for the TV series that later inspired the Naked Gun films. Naked Gun from the files of Police Squad.
Yep. That won us a night at trivia.
That did. That was a final.
Yep. Question number 3. Succeeding the short-lived West Indies Federation, the flag on the following slide represents what modern organization and multi-state union whose 4 founding members include Barbados, Guyana, Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago? That is CARICOM.
Yeah, definitely not to be confused with Caracal, but
Yep.
CARICOM stands
Capcom.
Or Capcom. But
Marvel versus CARICOM.
sta-
That's a team name.
CARICOM stands for Caribbean Community, which is the only answer we accepted. We had good guesses of Caribbean Confederation and Caribbean Commonwealth, but Caribbean Community or CARICOM was accepted.
Question number 4. Mickey, this is yours.
Yes, it is. The works on the following slide, both titled The Capture of Julier, were painted approximately 485 years apart. We wanted you to simply name either one of those artists, and you could have given us either Peter Paul Rubens or Kehinde Wiley.
People did very well on this
They
question.
did very well, and I think we got like an equal spread of Rubens and Wiley. I was surprised to see people getting Rubens.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's necessarily Rubenesque.
A-tier Rubens work, yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Question number 5. What woman's double platinum 1996 album This Fire spawned 3 singles, including a 90s television theme, and earned a Grammy nomination for Album of the Year?
That Rubens is in the Louvre. Well, I wouldn't know because there are 30,000 things in the Louvre worth looking at.
And none of them are actually the Mona Lisa.
Ooh,
Hot take.
I wouldn't say like it's not worth looking at.
Yeah, but there's other things,
Yeah.
especially in the Italian Masters section.
for sure.
She's also nominated for Producer of the Year, becoming just the 3rd solo woman after Janet Jackson and Mariah Carey. That is Paula Cole.
That is indeed Paula Cole joining the likes of, like you said, Janet Jackson and Mariah Carey as a producer on one of their own albums. Question number 6. Over a century before the Quacksalver became a popular subject of Dutch genre painting, Hieronymus Bosch's Cutting the Stone lampooned a practitioner of what profession? It's alternatively known as Cutting the Stone of Madness or Cutting the Stone of Folly, and that is a painting that was lampooning doctors. Oh no, it didn't replace. Why didn't it replace? No. Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, put that in the
I am going to have to
chat.
put that in the chat. Hold on. Give me 1 second, everybody. Sarah came up with a fantastic meme right before this happened, and I replaced it in Streamlabs, but it apparently just didn't take the overwrite. Give me a second, and I'm going to drop it in the chat for y'all so you can see it. It'll be in the Facebook chat, but I'll make sure that it gets its way to
Twitch
and all that. Anyway, comments, loading, scrolling down, write a comment, boom, paste, right? Can I paste? Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
That's right, you can. Copy image and close. Come on.
So close.
So close, but still so far.
Yeah, it's not going to let you paste an image, is it?
Oh, no. Come on.
It will be up on the Octopus page after the stream.
Yeah. I'll do that during the music round. I'll make sure to put up the meme on the music round.
Yep.
Sorry about that, Sarah.
Question number 7. Describing a pair of zoonotic illnesses usually contracted through contact with infected rodents. What does the H stand for in the abbreviation HPS and HFRS? Look, we knew that crusty flavored chewing gum would
Contains
contain
spider
spider
eggs.
eggs. But the hantavirus, well, that one really came out of left field.
That's indeed correct. Hantavirus is what we're looking
Yep.
for. In question number 8, your Randy anagram. Rounding out round number 2, rearrange the following letters to form a 10-letter word. You've got a saucy actor, and your hint is easy where you're pointing that thing. I don't know where that finger's been. If you're pointing fingers, you might be a tad accusatory. You stand accused of eating half the population of the island of the donuts, the planet of the donuts.
They look delicious.
Did you just take a bite, Tatsubi?
They look delicious.
They
in
do look
fairness.
delicious. I mean, especially the one with sprinkles.
Like,
Anyway,
teaching about the strawberry one on the left. Side eyeing it.
that is round number 2.
That is
TJ.
scoring update time. In 6th place with 10 points, we've got Team Coast to Coast. In 5th place with 11 points, we have Third Podium. Tied for 3rd, 12 points apiece for When Life Gives You Clemens, Repartition Europe, and Gentle Bond Octopussy. 2nd place, 13 points for Kanye West Nile Virus. In 1st place, 14 points for The Sorrows of Werther's Original. But that is all subject to change, and you know why.
Music round.
It's time for the music round.
Yes, it is.
So
All
we
right,
will be
everybody.
putting in a Vocaroo link into the chat. And we
Yes.
will-
So for the music round, you will hear 8 different clips. We're looking for the title and the artist of each clip. You get 1 point for the title and 1 point for the artist, but you don't have to get one in order to get the other. We'll give you credit for whatever you get correct. There's also a theme to our music round that's worth 2 points. The link to your music clips has been posted in the comments of Twitch and YouTube.
Facebook.
And TJ's posting into Facebook now. Feel free to listen, rewind, and listen again. It's like a shade over 5 minutes, but you will have 10 minutes to submit. So good luck. We're going to set a timer for 10 minutes, and you won't hear any filler music, and you won't hear from us until the 2-minute mark and the 0-minute mark. So best of luck, everybody. If for some reason it's not working for you, please let us know. We'll try our best to remedy that. But everything should be totally fine. And we wish you the best of luck on this round. I'm going to start the timer. And we will see you
In 8 minutes.
in 8 minutes. Exactly. Bye for now. Let's see. Disappear. And bye. Hey everybody, you got 2 minutes remaining before the end of the music round, so make sure you get those answers in as soon as possible. Always remember that the last 2 minutes go by much quicker than the preceding 8. So get those answers in as soon as you can. Take your time, of course. You know, we're not trying to rush you too much, at least until we turn on the filler music. But best of luck, and we'll see you soon. TJ, you got your little drink
Yeah,
poo?
I do.
Got your drinky poo?
Come on, drinky poo. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers. We'll see you in just a little bit. All right, that is time up. We're going to go ahead and start playing the filler music, and we're going to evaluate your answers. So please get your answers in as soon as possible, and we'll see you in just a little bit.
Exactly. And this is our scoring break. This is probably the best time of the night for you to take a break yourself and powder your nose.
Grab yourself a beverage.
Grab yourself a beverage, get yourself a refill, listen to some music, whatever you want to do. It's also a great time to hit us up. We've got the Venmo and PayPal handles right there on the screen. You got Venmo at McKinney-Sizemore. PayPal is ksizemore@hotmail.com.
I didn't remember you were wearing your glasses for a second.
We'd like to thank Claire Fisher, Stephen Glassman, and Mark Dawson for their contributions thus far.
But if you want to support DIY Trivia, those handles are always available, and we appreciate you all for coming out.
Yeah, I mean, we write this stuff fresh for free starting on Tuesday. It takes some work.
It does take some work.
We're glad to bring it to you, and if you want to support us, please do. We'd be happy to have it. And we'll see you soon. Best of luck with your music round entries. We're going to go back to that elevator music. Unless you got any other jams you want to hear, let us know. Bye for now. All right, we are back, and it's time to check out the answers from round number 3. But first, let's just thank Marnie Helfrich for their donation.
Hey, that's fantastic.
Marnie, cheers. Appreciate
Thank you. As long as it's not free jazz.
Yeah, who asked for that Train and Kenny G cover of Careless Whisper, by the way? Because I did not, and I like Train. Come at me. I like Train, but no one asked for that. I mean,
I like Seether's cover of Careless Whisper. It's decent.
It
it's not
wasn't
nearly as good as the Wham original,
of
obviously.
Course,
but I thought Seether did a very
it wasn't necessary, but it was different.
It was
enough.
Admirable.
It was exactly.
It was an admirable
It was
attempt.
different enough that I'm like, okay, I can kind of see where that fits.
But played at Adventure Island a few times.
Who asked for Kenny G to go? Yep.
Katy Perry is the answer to that.
Katy
by the
Perry
way.
is the answer to that. All right, you want
Song number 1 is "I'm Your Boogeyman" by KC and the Sunshine Band.
Yeah, pretty cool Uncanny, too, because it comes up later with another artist who did a cover of this. And almost was the idea
Almost.
for that song. You mind switching it for me?
Song number 2 was "Harmony Hall" by Vampire Weekend.
I don't like Vampire Weekend. However, listening to this song, I feel it's an all-time song for the 21st century. I think it is really good. The guitar reminds me so much of "I'm a Rock" or by Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah. Father of the Bride's a really good album.
Yeah, I should listen to it. I've listened to 2 Vampire Weekend albums and not dug it. Contra and Vampires of the City.
Yeah.
But I'm hearing Father of the Bride's really good. And
Father of the
God
Bride's
damn it, do I have to
actually-
give them a 3rd album?
Yeah, Father of the Bride's a good album. Like I will bat for them on that.
Song number 3
Appreciate that, Ezra.
was Super Beast by Rob Zombie.
We used to be really into Rob Zombie, White Zombie stuff.
I can still get really into
yeah.
Rob Zombie.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come at me with Enter the Phantom Stranger or Return of the Phantom Stranger.
Power
I
Man
know,
5000, his brother.
I know some deeper cuts off of Hellbilly Deluxe and the Sinister Urge.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
There's some in Universal Studios, there's some deep Power Man 5000 that comes on. It's
and that's the thing
fantastic.
too. Rob Zombie's name, if anybody doesn't know, is Robert Cummings. His stepbrother,
Yep, his stepbrothers.
Michael
Right.
Cummings is the lead singer of Power Man 5000, which you'll probably recognize from When Worlds Collide, or I think it's Worlds Collide.
Yeah, it's When Worlds Collide.
Yeah, from the Little Nicky soundtrack.
Yeah.
Waiting for that to come up and pop solos.
Yeah, baby. Song number 4 was "Spellbound" by Susie and the Banshees.
I mean, that aesthetic, that just sonorous aesthetic of Susie and the Banshees, there's not like a bad thing that they can do. And that she's got just a beautiful visual aesthetic with the coal dark eyeliner and the Bastet golden claws and stuff like that. I mean,
it's like Vincent and Kiss.
Ooh, with the Ankh. Nice pull. Yeah. I like that.
I could see that.
Egyptological rockers of the 80s.
I mean, I can also see
we're looking at a quad.
Yeah, I could also see when they're at the end of Blurry Face when Tyler does the all coal through the face.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's how that album ends.
Hit him with the next one.
Song number 5 was "Song to the Siren." We were talking about this in between the break. Tim Buckley.
Yeah, I mean, whereas I think Vampire Weekend is one of the best, that might be one of the best songs of the 21st century, "Song to the Siren," no matter who does it, is starting to creep up my list of best songs of all time. Tim Buckley originally recorded this song, which is about drowning in the ocean. It was recorded most notably by This Mortal Coil, or recovered rather, most notably by This Mortal Coil, which is a production collaborative that brings on a lot of different guest contributors. The person who sung on "Song to the Siren" was Elizabeth Fraser of Cocteau Twins, who later dated Tim Buckley's song Jeff,
Son.
who later dated Tim Buckley's son, Jeff, who drowned. So, there's a weird atmospheric, fatalistic thing about this that I can't resist, which is exactly the point of a "Song to the Siren."
Yeah.
By the way, anybody who said anything reminiscent of Sirens, we gave credit to. It's a tricky title.
It is.
You want
Jeff Buckley's fantastic.
Jeff Buckley is fantastic.
Song number 6 was "Two Ghosts" by Harry Styles. This was a throwback from my Applebee's DJing days because I found this song when he first posted it to YouTube. There was like 3,000 viewers at the time. And I had a running dialogue with the bartenders at Applebee's that Applebee's music was trying to steal my list. And this was one of them that they stole from me because I truly believed that there was somebody out there trying to take my DJing list and put it in the Applebee's list. But this was one of the first. It's a good song.
It is a good song.
Yeah.
I apologize to anybody who tuned in thinking that we get it done another 2 hours, because we usually do, but you've entered the podcast episode where we're kind of gregarious, and I apologize and also don't apologize for that, because I feel there's a lot of decent content. Song number 7, Burn the Witch by Radiohead. Does it make me a bad Radiohead fan to say I don't like Burn the Witch?
Burn the Witch itself is a good song.
I don't agree. I don't agree. I think it's overproduced. I think it's too wall-to-wall in terms of like the sound waves and shit.
Yeah.
I also feel like on a moon-shaped pool, it does not work. It is a jarring contrast to a lot of the other songs.
Well, it was the lead single
Daydreaming.
It was the
Well,
lead
of course
single.
it was. And it won a Grammy for Rock Song of the Year, Rock Performance of the Year.
But also,
I mean,
like, Dig Down by Muse also won, like, Rock Song of the Year.
Daydreaming, Tinker, Tailor, Soldier... hold on. Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Sailor, Rich Man, Poor Man, Beggar Man, Thief are both. That's only 2.
Yeah.
That many words, it's only 2. Are both fantastic Radiohead songs. Daydreaming is an all-time Radiohead song off Moonshaped Pool. And it's a great album, but this one I feel does not fit. Which sucks, because I'm pretty sure it opens up.
It does, because it was the lead single.
Yep.
And song number 8 was Drive by Incubus, because of course it was.
Yeah.
Incubus is always going to be there. I actually
Exactly what the song says.
Exactly. I bartended a show for Incubus, and one of the best nights I've ever had bartending, because I bartended...
Stoners will give you money.
Well, no, I bartended the VIP area.
Oh,
and,
cool.
Like,
That's right.
Yeah, and people came in, and they were not Incubus fans and didn't know the genre very well. So, like, they handed me my phone and said, play me 5 songs that represent this genre.
Okay, so hold on.
Yeah.
You have to do 5 songs. Can I do 5 different artists?
That's cool.
Okay, let's do 311.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely start with 311. Let's do Sublime. We have to do Sublime.
Of course.
But, I mean, we're going to get back into a little bit more alt. Let's do Better Than Ezra, actually.
Better Than Ezra would be a good one. I went with, like, Learn to Fly by the Foo Fighters.
Ooh,
was
Foo,
also,
yeah, especially 90s Foo.
Yeah,
I can
exactly.
see that.
Like Big Knee era Foo. Yeah.
Absolutely. But, yeah,
But all
Drive
that to
by
say,
Incubus. Anyway, these were all supernatural beings. If you gave us monsters, Halloween monsters, everybody got credit for this. Let's just say that everybody got credit for this. But Boogeyman, Vampire, Zombie, Banshee, Siren,
This was
Ghost,
our
Witch, and
spoopy theme.
Incubus. This was a spoopy.
This was the spoopy theme.
You heard earlier that we went from schmoopy to spoopy. This is what we were talking about. Yep.
It's time for round number 4.
Damn right. They played DC a few weeks ago. It was a very good thing, too. The Foo was getting out of hand. I am super surprised you didn't include Feed My Frankenstein. I have seen Feed My Frankenstein done in other rounds, which is exactly why. But I can give you that note for note any day
It's
you
Hungry
please.
for Love, and it's lunchtime.
Exactly. Don't want pizza. Yeah. Absolutely love that album. Trash is a great Alice Cooper album. You've got to do This Maniac's in Love with You, and then the other one is Hell is Living Without You. That is really good.
Good. Yeah.
Underrated
That's a
Alice
really
Cooper
good
song. Yep.
Song
For
number
sure.
4. Round number 4. Wow. Okay, cool.
Wait, let's just do the music round for the rest of it, right? Anyway, round number 4. T, you want to take it?
Welcome to My Nightmares, my fave Cooper. That's a fantastic one. Have you
Even
seen the one where he played with the Muppets?
Yes.
That's good.
I don't know if you mean song or album, but both.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but yes. Question number 1. What 3 named author has been redacted from the following special edition of Middlemarch from Bailey's Reclaim Her Name campaign, celebrating female authors, sorry. That's without the...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep. Female authors by republishing their works under their own names and not the male pseudonyms they were forced to adopt. That's why it's important in this
That's
question.
definitely worth a reread, too.
What three named author has been redacted from the following special edition of Middlemarch from Bailey's Reclaim Her Name campaign, celebrating female authors by republishing their works under their own names and not the male pseudonyms they were forced to adopt?
Yeah,
So what author's name is on this edition of Middlemarch?
And
what three named author?
Three named author, and again, their own name,
Yep,
not
their
the
own
one
name,
they had
yep.
to adopt. Steven, yeah, the one with guest vocals by Vincent Price is the tandem of Devil's Food straight into Black Widow, which is like the meat. That is the meat of my Halloween mix, especially when you do crossfade. You get that 8-second little, you know, these words he speaks are true. We're all humanary stew, unless we pledge allegiance to the Black Widow. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, for sure.
Getting to the Halloween mix portion of the evening. That is question number one.
It is October. I forgot what month it is.
It is indeed.
Question number 2. The last tie for an Academy Award occurred in 2012 when audio engineers from two films, two of them, each took home the Oscar for Best Sound Editing. Name either film, both of which were actually released in 2012. That's something we sometimes get into trouble for, and it's easy to make that mistake. But in
Ceremony here, release here.
Oh, brother, where art thou?
Yeah, all that.
Anyway, in 2012, the last tie for an Academy Award occurred when audio engineers from two different films each took home the Oscar for Best Sound Editing. We want you to name either one of those films, both of which were released in 2012. Got to think of 2012 films. You got to think of what had some, nice sound editing you can really sink your teeth into. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not going to give away your little tip.
I have a rule for those. Yep.
Yes, you do.
Question number 3. French naturalist Georges Cuvier.
Cuvier?
Yep,
Pretty sure.
Was a leading proponent of what geological theory, suggesting the Earth has largely changed as a result of brief violent events, an idea in contrast to uniformitarianism. So French naturalist Georges Cuvier was the leading proponent of what geological theory, suggesting that Earth has largely changed as a result of brief violent events, an idea in contrast to uniformitarianism. It's not contract, it's contrast, I'm sure.
It is contrast. Wow.
Yeah.
That passed the test game.
Yeah. I didn't look at it there, but I immediately knew what you meant.
Appreciate that. Anyway, that's question number 3. We'll get past that. Question number 4, one I really like. Pictured on the following slide on the mountains of Chamonix. What is the name for the optical phenomenon of orange-pink light caused by clouds and snowy mountains reflecting the sun? So right here, we're looking for the name of the phenomenon in which orange and pink light is caused by the reflection of clouds and snowy mountains reflecting the sun. It is pictured here on the mountains of Chamonix. There's one of them, I can't remember which one, is Aiguille de Midi, which was the Needle of Noon, the mountain that we went up. That was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
Chamonix is my
amazing.
favorite place in the world.
Probably, yeah. I would say that.
But one of them, I think, also is one of the faces of Mont Blanc, which is just on the border of it with Italy, which is just across it on, like, not a funicular, but a cable car. You can take a cable car down there. But
Chamonix is not all that expensive to travel to if you're going to France anyway, and so much worth it.
It really is.
Highly worth.
Highly worth. Please do Chamonix.
Thank you, Amazing Race, for that.
Thank you, Amazing Races. Right.
Question number 5. Though nominated for their work on Wicked and Sweet Charity, choreographer Wayne Cilento. Cilento?
Yep, I think
That's
so.
what I thought so.
That's my thought.
Won their only Tony Award in 1993 for what musical that is based on a 1969 work in a different medium that includes the numbers The Acid Queen, I'm Free, and Sally Simpson. The numbers The Acid Queen, I'm Free, and Sally Simpson appear in what 1993 musical for what Wayne Cilento won their only Tony Award? That is question 5.
And question number 6, what golfer and winner of the most recent U.S. Open set the record for most weeks spent at number 1 in the world amateur golf ranking before winning a PGA tournament and vaulting to number 1 in the official world golf ranking starting in 2020? So again, what golfer and winner of the most recent U.S. Open, set a record for most weeks spent at number 1 in the amateur golf rankings, then won a PGA tournament and vaulted to number 1 in the official world golf ranking starting in 2020. Looking for the name of that golfer who has achieved those feats? That's question number 6.
And question number 7. One of the pardons signed by James Madison granted clemency to Jean and Pierre, 2 French brothers, with what last name who were recognized for their armed support during a historic event at Chamallow Plantation?
You gonna say Jean?
Jean
and Chalmette.
Yeah, Chalmette. Yep.
Chalmette. Yep.
One of the pardons signed by James Madison granted clemency to Jean and Pierre, 2 French brothers with what last name who were recognized for their armed support during a historic event at Chamallow Plantation. What was the last name of Jean and Pierre? That's question 7.
It's not quite a Wayne and Brent Gretzky kind of a thing, but kinda. No one knows about one of them.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. Question number 8. Seen on the following slide, what type of leavened tandoori-baked flatbread, not naan, is considered an intangible element of Armenian culture, as well as a popular staple of Azerbaijani, Iranian, and Turkish cuisine? So, Armenian, Azerbaijani, Iranian, and Turkish cuisine are particularly noted for what type of leavened tandoori-baked flatbread, which is seen on this slide.
Indeed.
Going to let you know when I say intangible, like element of culture, I mean that UNESCO recognizes this particular flatbread and its preparation as an intangible element of Armenian culture. Specifically Armenian, but obviously Azerbaijani, Iranian, and Turkish, it is still a staple. It really is.
Dude,
but that's the flatbread.
Famous?
Oh, yeah, thank you very much. VOVA 2112 KROS neural net generating alphanumerics.
Not a bot at all.
Not a bot at all, of course. That's question number 8. Let's hit it with the recap.
Indeed. Question number 1. What 3 named author has been redacted from the following special edition of Middlemarch from Bailey's Reclaim Her Name campaign, celebrating female authors by republishing their works under their own names and not the male pseudonyms they were forced to adopt? So what is this woman's name who wrote Middlemarch?
And again, we're looking for the 3-word name, not the male pseudonym it was originally published under.
Yep. I appreciate you moving the webcam so I didn't make that mistake again.
I appreciate you pointing that out the first time. I didn't realize that was the case.
That is question number 1.
Typically mindful of that kind of kerning. Question number 2. The last tie for an Academy Award occurred in 2012 when audio engineers from 2 films each took home the Oscar for Best Sound Editing. Name either film, both of which were actually released in 2012. That's almost the most surprising thing.
Yeah.
Almost. But anyway, name either one of the films that were released in 2012 that later split the 2012 Oscar for Best Sound Editing. Either one of those is fine. You don't have to give us both. We'll do Learned League rules, though. If you give us the first one correct and the second one not correct, fine. You get a correct answer.
Yeah. I'm not going to be stingy here. That's fine.
Not at all.
But the tie wasn't 2013.
Give me a second.
I thought it might have been.
I thought it was 2012. I thought I looked that up, but let me do it again. Academy Award for Best Sound Editing.
In the meantime, question number 3. French naturalist Georges Cuvier was the leading proponent of what geological theory? Suggesting the Earth had largely been changed as a result of brief violent events, an idea in contrast to uniformitarianism. So French naturalist Georges Cuvier was the leading proponent of what geological theory? That's question number 3.
Okay, so Wikipedia credits it as 2012. However, the ceremony did take place in January of 2013.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, but Wikipedia does credit it as 2012. I guess it was like the 2012 event year.
Yeah, it went for 2012 in film rather than 2013 Academy Award.
Which, I mean, the fact that it's not consistent in that really makes it hard for us.
It's irksome.
Irksome. I appreciate the diplomacy in that. Question number 4. Pictured on the following slide on the mountains of Chamonix. What is the name for the optical phenomenon of orange-pink light caused by clouds and snowy mountains reflecting the sun? And this is so beautiful, I'm going to take my handsome mug off of it.
Oh.
Not to mention TJ's resplendent visage. Resplendent visage. That's right. I'm gonna bill you, man.
All right.
I'm gonna bill you for sure.
Yeah, I look forward to that bill coming in.
Well, I was talking about more like just
I know.
constructing an ode.
Well,
But
that's passive interference.
that is passive interference. That's question number 4 too.
Question number 5. Though nominated for their work on Wicked and Sweet Charity, choreographer Wayne Cilento won their only Tony Award in 1993. For what musical that is based on 1969 work in a different medium that includes the numbers The Acid Queen, I'm Free, and Sally Simpson? The Acid Queen, I'm Free, and Sally Simpson are numbers based on what musical from a 1969 work for which Wayne Cilento won their only Tony Award? What is that musical? It's question 5.
Is indeed. In question number 6, what golfer and winner of the most recent
Beautiful
US
plumage.
Open set the record for most weeks spent at number 1 in the world amateur golf rankings before vaulting to number 1 after winning a PGA tournament, before vaulting to number 1 in the official world golf ranking?
Vault twice.
Starting in 2020. I realized I didn't have the comma splice correctly.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, no, I have it spliced correctly in the slide. I just didn't recite it the right way.
Yep.
Might be a little bit due to this.
We'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Wait till the reveal. Anyway, that's question number 6.
Question number 7. One of the pardons signed by James Madison granted clemency to Jean and Pierre, two French brothers with what last name who were recognized for their armed support during a historic event at Chalmette Plantation. Chalmette, probably. Yeah.
Chalmette.
Chalmette, yeah.
I think it's just Chalmette.
I thought the T's were silent. Chalmette.
Well, it depends on where they occur in the
I
word.
thought at the end they were kind of silent, like they had more of a passive sound.
I don't think I've ever known of. Well, no, I'll take
I
that back.
took French for 2 years. You would think I know this, but I don't. One of the pardons signed by James Madison granted clemency to Jean and Pierre, two French brothers with what last name, who were recognized for their armed support during a historic event at Chalmette Plantation.
You know who knows French? Sarah knows French.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm
That
going to ask her how would she
is question number
pronounce
7.
that. I mean, I'm typing it now, but I know I just said it.
I'll take question 8. It's fine.
Thank you.
Question number 8. See on the following slide, what type of leavened tandoori-based flatbread is considered an intangible element, UN's words, not mine, of Armenian culture, as well as a popular staple of Azerbaijani, Iranian, and Turkish cuisine? The orange the T is silent as a long A sound. That's what I thought.
That's what Marnie says. Okay, cool.
I think. Yep.
But if it ends in et, you pronounce it.
Okay.
Okay,
interesting.
that's what I thought. It was I thought it was Chalmette.
I thought it was. Okay. Yeah. I guess that's a. It's a.
Pronunciation is like the only part of languages I usually get.
Yeah, I don't get a lot of others. See on the following slide, what type of leavened tandoori-based flatbread is considered an intangible element of Armenian culture, as well as a popular staple of Azerbaijani and
Iranian and Turkish.
Iranian and Turkish cuisine.
Sarah says it's Chalmette.
Chalmette?
Shal.
Okay.
Yep, Chalmette.
When you would pronounce it Shah. Okay.
Cool. Marnie, thank you very much. Sarah, thank you very much.
I'm appreciating learning.
Yeah, I love learning. This is the best part of the stream, is interacting with
It
everybody.
is indeed.
Anyway, that's question number 8. That's round number 4. Get your answers in. Thank you very, very much for hanging out with us. I know it's a kind of a different sort of a night, but that doesn't mean we can't have some fun, right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
We'll see you at the reveal for round number 4.
You know what I feel like?
Some upbeat dance?
Ooh,
Or some yacht rock?
What do you said upbeat dance first. You want to do upbeat dance?
Yeah, let's do some upbeat dance.
Let's do some upbeat dance. Okay, I can always go for yacht rock, but I'm the guy who turns to Sirius XM the bridge.
You are.
Every single time. How many America songs they got on there, by the way?
A lot, and I like them.
I can name like 6, but they bust out a good 12.
They do.
They really do.
And the thing is, they're good.
Upbeat yacht polka. Steven, I love your ideas. Thank you very much for commenting.
Yacht dance.
I appreciate that. Everybody have a great time. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Get your answers in, and best of luck. Here's Upbeat Dance.
All right, we are back with the answers to round number 4. Let's go into those. Question number 1. What 3 named author has been redacted from the following special edition of Middlemarch from Bailey's Reclaim Her Name campaign, celebrating female authors by republishing their works under their own names and not the male pseudonyms they were forced to adopt? That...
Go ahead. Hit it.
No, that's good. That is Mary Ann Evans. And to Mary Ann, we say cheers.
Bailey's Mini Bottles.
They're doing a fantastic thing with the Reclaim Her Name campaign.
Yeah.
Need to be a little bit more careful about what images they choose.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Mm-hmm. During the Reclaim Her Name campaign, Bailey's selected a biography of a Black freedom leader and included the very noticeable silhouette of Frederick Douglass on the cover, when the subject was not Frederick Douglass.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not giving him a pass on that kind of thing, but we do appreciate the fact they're supporting female authors. The Orange Prize, from which it originally developed, was essentially a prize awarded in Britain, but for any novel published by a woman internationally.
Yeah.
And since then, with Bailey's taking it over and kind of jumping in whole hog, we appreciate that. Question number 2. The last tie for an Academy Award occurred in 2012 when audio engineers from 2 films each took home the Oscar for Best Sound Editing. Name either film, both of which were released in 2012. The ceremony took place early 2013, but you could have given us either Skyfall or Zero Dark 30.
One of the things you have to think about, especially with sound editing, sound mixing, is you have to think of what is going to win. And a lot of times it's war films or espionage films.
Yeah, anything that has a lot of explosions and a lot of high and low.
Yeah. Are normally the ones that that are up for the award.
But yeah, war film is a pretty good rule of thumb when it comes to that kind of thing. All right, question number 3.
Question number 3. French naturalist Georges Cuvier was the leading proponent of what geological theory, suggesting the Earth has largely changed as a result of brief, violent events. An idea in contrast to uniformitarianism. That would be catastrophism.
Yeah, catastrophism is certainly opposed to uniformitarianism. But the fact is, like, I know some of you said, what's it called? Punctuated equilibrium. But that's more about species development. Catastrophism is about the geological life of the Earth. Catastrophism posits that meteor strikes, volcanic eruptions, very sudden, violent events were the reason for geological change versus just a steady sedimentary outlook, which is proposed by Thomas Hutton and Charles Lyell. I think it was Thomas, but it was Hutton and Lyell.
Question number 4 is you, sir.
Oh, okay. Question number 4. Pictured on the following slide on the mountains of Chamonix, what is the name of the optical phenomenon of orange-pink light that is caused by clouds and snowy mountains reflecting the sun? It might have been a bit of a clue that it's in Chamonix because that's
right on the
a
Swiss
bridge.
border.
That's a bridge between the Alps as Alpenglow. Alpenglow is the name of that phenomenon.
If you take one thing from this stream, though, visit Chamonix.
Yeah, when you get the chance, please do so.
Mm-hmm. Question number 5. Though nominated for their work on Wicked and Sweet Charity, choreographer Wayne Cilento won their only Tony Award in 1993. For what musical that was based on 1969 work in a different medium that include the numbers The Acid Queen, I'm Free, and Sally Simpson? That would be The Who and Tommy. Tommy, Can You Hear Me?
Tommy, can you hear me?
No.
Yeah, it's a really fantastic album, obviously.
It really is. It's a very ethereal album, I think would be the word I'd describe. Not Pinball Wizard, clearly.
No, of course, obviously. That's bombastic. But, of course, it was written to be bombastic because Pete Townsend wanted the musical treatment to appeal to a critic who is really into pinball. Play to your audience, my friend.
Yeah, you do.
Anyway, question number 6. What golfer and winner of the most recent U.S. Open set the record for most weeks spent at number 1 in the amateur golf ranking before winning a PGA tournament? That was the Memorial Tournament, I believe. and vaulting to number 1 in the official world golf ranking starting in 2020, a position he still holds to this day. It is Jon Rahm.
Jon Rahm is fantastic. He heartbreakingly lost a tournament, like a $15 million tournament, because he got diagnosed with COVID, or he tested positive for COVID after he had his first diagnosis. He spent that time watching Rick and Morty and esports, is what he said he did that time.
Relatable. I can feel that.
Yep. But, yep. Losing half my team to the late night sleepies. We are going to try to hurry up, Steven. Question number 7. One of the pardons signed by James Madison granted clemency to Jean and Pierre, 2 French brothers with what last name were recognized for their armed support during a historic event at Chalmont Plantation. I said it wrong again.
Chalmette.
Yep, Chalmette. That's question number 7. It's Lafitte.
Yeah, and that's just a Canadian wrestler named Jean-Pierre Lafitte, who I'm guessing took their name from both of those brothers.
Yeah.
Jean Lafitte, definitely the most famous. Pierre, probably a bit of a historical footnote, but both of them got a presidential pardon for piracy. And question number 8, seen on the following slide, what type of leavened tandoori baked flatbread is considered an intangible element of culture in Armenia and also a popular staple of Azerbaijani, Iranian, and Turkish cuisine? That is lavash.
That is lavash.
We had one team say labna, which is a type of yogurt, but it's close, but just a different type of food
Not
stuff.
quite. All right, and with that, we've got in 6th place 20 points for Team Coast to Coast, 5th place 25 points for When Life Gives You Clemens, Repartition Europe, 4th place 27 points for Third Podium, 2nd place tied 29 points apiece for Kanye West Now, Virus, and Gentle Bond, Octopussy, and 1st place by 2 points, 31 points for The Sorrows of Werther's Original. And with that, we're going to head on to the final round.
Sounds good to me.
I'll go ahead and start.
Yep.
Question number 1. The Atom Station and Independent People are considered important novels in the career of what Icelandic novelist, the only one from their country to receive the Nobel Prize in Literature? So who is the only Icelandic Nobel laureate known for the Atom Station and Independent People? That is question 1.
And question number 2. Located nearly 20,000 miles away from each other, the 2 cities that are furthest apart are Jinhua, China, and Rosario, a city in what country? The southern and westernmost nation along the course of the Paraná River. So the southernmost and westernmost nation that reaches the course of the Paraná River is what country that, with Jinhua, China, represents the 2 farthest points away in the globe. I mean, I guess on the globe? I don't know. I'm not getting the prepositions right. But anyway, name the country. That's question number 2.
Question number 3. What NFL team is one of 7 franchises to never had a player win league MVP? And also one of 12 teams to never hoist the Lombardi Trophy as winner of the Super Bowl. At least one of those may change this season, thanks to a high-scoring offense that is led by the current betting favorite for MVP. What NFL team is the...
Sorry.
Okay, yeah. So what NFL team is one of 7 franchises to have never had a player win league MVP and one of 12 to never win the Super Bowl? At least one of those may change thanks to a very high-scoring offense featuring the betting favorite for MVP. Eddie Rosario, I'm guessing that Yogesh is a Braves fan. Moving on to question number 4. One of the first series included as part of Cartoon Network's original Toonami lineup was what adaptation of a shoujo manga whose alternate titles include Pretty Soldier and Pretty Guardian? So once again, one of the first anime series included as part of Cartoon Network's original Toonami lineup was what adaptation of a shoujo manga whose alternate titles include Pretty Soldier and Pretty Guardian? What show is that? That's question number 4. And question number 5 here. In addition to hosting Fat Bear Week, Katmai National Park is famous for what valley? Seen on the following slide and named for its myriad fumaroles created by the eruption of Novarupta. So seen here on this slide is the name is... Sorry, one second. is what valley that is seen here in Katma National Park known for its fumaroles? That is question number 5. Question number 6. The paintings seen on the following slide were created by Russian artist Lubov Popova, one of the first women to combine Cubism with what other 20th century artistic movement whose kinetic manifesto also had an influence on Natalia Goncharova. So once again, the paintings seen on the following slide were created by Russian artist Lubov Popova, one of the first women to combine Cubism with what other 20th century art form? So what art form is combined with Cubism on these works? That is question number 6. Okay.
And question number 7. The following redacted slide shows the artwork for what 2005 Bon Jovi single? The title track off the band's 9th studio album. So once again, this shows the the artwork for the title track off of what Bon Jovi album. It was the 9th studio album, and it was the lead single off of that album, I believe. Hold on. Yeah, 2005 Bon Jovi single. What title is redacted by that little red rectangle there at the bottom? That's question number 7.
And question number 8, your last of the evening, released in the same year as a popular radio series that ended in 1951, feature film, Redacted and the Mole Men, was the first to star what title character who had headlined 8 other major motion pictures starting in 1978. So released the same year as popular radio series ended, the 1951 feature film, Redacted and the Mole Men, was the first to star what title character who would headline 8 other major motion pictures starting in 1978. So give us the name of the Redacted. That is question number 8, and it is time for the question recap.
Sounds good to me. Question number 1. The Atom Station and Independent People are considered important novels in the career of what Icelandic novelist? The only one from their country to receive the Nobel Prize in Literature. Who is the only Icelandic novelist to receive the Nobel Prize in Literature? That's question number 1.
Question number 2, located nearly 20,000 miles from each other. The two cities that are the furthest apart are Xinjiang,
I think it's
Xinhua, China, and Rosario, a city in what country? The southern and westernmost nation along the course of the Parana River. So Rosario is a city in what country that is the southern and westernmost nation along the course of the Parana River? That is question 2.
Question number 3. What NFL team is one of 7 franchises to have never had a player selected for league MVP and one of 12 that has never hosted the Lombardi Trophy?
No.
Hoisted, you're right.
Not
Hoisted the Lombardi Trophy. Though one of those things at least might change with this season, considering that their high-scoring offense is led by the current betting favorite for MVP. What is the name of that franchise? That's question number 3.
Question number 4, one of the first anime series included as part of Cartoon Network's original Toonami lineup was what adaptation of a shoujo manga whose alternate titles include Pretty Soldier and Pretty Guardian? Pretty Soldier and Pretty Guardian are alternate titles for what Cartoon Network original Toonami lineup? That was a adaptation of a shoujo manga. Was that manga? That's question number 4.
And question number 5. In addition to hosting Fat Bear Week, Katmai National Park is famous for what valley? Seen on the following slide and named for its myriad fumaroles created by the eruption of Nova Rupta. This is the image. What is the name of that valley you can find in Katmai National Park? That is question number 5.
It is indeed. Question number 6. The paintings seen on the following slide were created by Russian artist Lubov Popova, one of the first Russian women to combine Cubism with what other 20th century artistic movement whose kinetic manifesto also had an influence on Natalia Goncharova. So what 20th century artistic movement is combined with Cubism in these works? That is question number 6.
And question number 7. The following redacted slide shows the artwork for what 2005 Bon Jovi single, the title track off the band's 9th studio album. What is the name of that single that has been redacted there in that red rectangle?
That's question 7.
That is question number 7. Here we go, last one.
Question number 8, released the same year as a popular radio series ended. The 1951 feature film, Redacted, and The Mole Men, was the first to star what title character who would headline 8 other major motion pictures starting in 1978? What title character headlined at least 8 other motion pictures starting in 1978, but started with a 1951 feature with Them and The Mole Men? Who replaces that redacted? That's question 8. And that is the end of the game. Please get your answers in. We'll see you in just a little bit. If you want to support the stream and support DIY Trivia, please go to Venmo at McKinney-Sizemore or PayPal, ksizemore@hotmail.com. Best of luck.
Yep. See you soon. Bye for now.
All right, we're back to give you the answers for the last round here, round number 5. And question number 1. The Atom Station Independent People are considered important novels in the career of what Icelandic novelist? The only one from their country to receive the Nobel Prize in Literature. The only Icelandic Nobel is Halldór Laxness. Sorry.
Yeah, Laxness also translated Ernest Hemingway's Sun Also Rises. And, oh my goodness, what other novel? It was one in French. Like, Laxness knew their languages pretty well, and was able to introduce a lot of Western literature, Western European literature especially, to Icelandic culture. But Halldór Laxness, the only Icelandic Nobel laureate. However, if you have a general definition of Scandinavia to incorporate Denmark and Iceland, Scandinavia leads the way with most Nobel laureates, even over France, which I believe is 13.
Is it because the Nobel is a Swedish award?
Swedish authors lead the way in the Scandinavian rankings.
Yeah. Yeah. Some there.
Spicy.
Question number 2. Located nearly 20,000 miles away from each other, the two cities that are furthest apart are Xinhua, China, and Rosario, a city in what country? The southern and westernmost nation along the course of the Parana River, and that is Argentina.
It is so hard to feel like it should be Chile. It really should.
It should be Chile.
But Rosario, I believe, is further south than
Yeah.
any Chilean city.
That's fun.
Yeah, right? But if you know the course of the Paraná River, that's where you do it. Question number 3. What NFL team is one of 7 franchises to have never had a player win the league MVP and one of 12 teams to never hoist the Lombardi Trophy? At least one of those could be coming to an end, thanks to a high-scoring offense led by the current betting favorite for MVP. Who was that? That was
Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals, and that's a scary tandem, Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins.
Tandem. Oh, my God.
Hail
Kyler Murray throws the deep ball like Russell Wilson throws the deep ball.
Ooh, that's a take. That is a take.
That's
Russell
a comparison.
throws a pretty deep ball.
Russell throws the best deep ball in the league, and it's not even close.
Well, it's not even close unless Kyler, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the first anime series included as part of the Cartoon Network's original Toonami lineup was what adaptation of a shoujo manga, whose alternate titles include Pretty Soldier and Pretty Guardian. That is Go Go Sailor Moon.
That's right. Shoujo mangas are ones that are specifically geared toward teenage girls. So that's why Sailor Moon falls under that category. Sailor Moon was originally aired in Japan in like 1992, 1993.
Makes sense.
And it was only in, I want to say 2003 that Toonami adapted it and took quite a bit of editing to bring it back here.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of nudity and other things.
Well, not nudity, but
there was nudity. Question number 5. In addition to hosting Fat Bear Week, Katmai National Park is known for what famous valley seen on the following slide and named for its myriad fumaroles? That is the Valley of 10,000 Smokes. Anybody who played Learned League recently probably realized that myriad is another name for 10,000. Or at least that's its classical definition.
Nice. Question number 6. The paintings seen on the following slide were created by Russian artist Lyubov Popova, one of the first women to combine Cubism with what other 20th century artistic movement, whose kinetic manifesto also had influence on Natalia Gontrova, and that would be Futurism.
Yeah, Futurism was definitely a influence on Popova and Goncharova. The manifesto, I believe, is written by, Marinetti wrote the manifesto. Okay. Boccioni being a huge proponent of it. It's a primarily Italian movement, but it did reach east, and Goncharova and Popova were both proponents of Futurism.
Question number 7.
The following redacted slide shows the artwork for what 2005 Bon Jovi single, which was the title track off the band's the ninth studio album. And that is Dun Dun. Have a nice day.
The 2005 MLB highlights of the season by This Week in Baseball were set to Have a Nice Day. And I know that because I did a project in high school on it.
I just love the red square smirking smiley face.
You know how many times I got rickrolled doing that project? It was a lot.
When did you do that again?
2005.
That sounds like ground zero for rickrolling.
Yeah, it's prime time for rickrolling. And the last question of the evening, released the same year as a popular radio series ended. The 1951 feature film, Redacted and the Mole Men, was the first to star what title character, who had headlined 8 other major motion pictures starring in 1978, did not actually name the 1997, but is Superman.
Superman. What was it? 8 motion pictures, I said?
Yep.
So it was Superman, it was Superman 2, Superman 3, Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
Superman Returns.
Superman Returns is Brandon Routh, right?
Yep, it's Brandon Routh.
Right. Then you got Man of Steel.
Mm-hmm.
You've got
Justice League.
Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice, and you got Justice League.
Yep.
Those were the 8 films that we had in mind.
That were primarily mentioned.
Superman and the Mole Men is not only the first Superman film, it is the first DC Comics feature film adaptation ever.
Nice.
Yeah. So TJ, tell us what happened.
Let's see what we got here. In 6th place with 26 points, we have Team Coast to Coast. 28 points, sorry. Team Coast to Coast, 34 points. 5th place for When Life Gives You Clemens, Repartition Europe. In 4th place, 37 points for Third Podium. 3rd place, making the podium, it's 38 points for Gentle Bond Octopussy. 2nd place, 39 points for Kanye West Nile Virus, and running away with it, 5 points clear. It's The Sorrows of Werther's Original.
Excellent.
Congratulations, The Sorrows of Werther's Original.
Excellent.
On that game, and I guess it played a little bit harder than we thought.
Yeah, I mean, I personally thought this was an easy game, but it could very well have been. I put together some easy questions at the beginning, got insecure about that, and threw some hard ones in. I mean, that's behind the scenes BTS material for sure. But yeah, I mean, we try to make it as balanced a game as possible. Yeah. But congratulations, Sorrows of Young Werther's Original.
Yeah, Sorrows of Werther's Original. Yep. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Thank you for hanging out with us and bearing with us through our silly times. That's okay. But thank you for coming out. We'll look forward to seeing you next week, and have a great evening.
Yeah, we usually run about 30 minutes shorter, so thank you very much for being with us during a more leisurely evening. We had a fantastic time. And, let us know, drop some suggestions if you want in the chat or on the main page of topics that you want to see come up. I mean, we've got our own set distribution, but we're very happy to accommodate anything you want to see.
Yeah.
So let us know. Have a great night. Hit us up at Venmo at McKinney-Sizemore or PayPal ksizemore@hotmail.com. And we'll see you next Monday.
Yep.
9 o'clock Eastern.
Have a great evening.